Not every farm exists to produce the food on your dinner table. Some cultivate millions of flowers every year. Others grow mushrooms in complete darkness, raise seedlings that will become future forests, or preserve the seeds that may one day protect global food supplies. In this final episode, we'll explore the specialized farms working quietly behind the scenes and discover why modern agriculture couldn't function without them. As agriculture became more advanced, some farmers moved beyond producing everyday food. Instead, they focused on highly specialized crops that require unique growing techniques, environments, and expertise. A flower farm specializes in growing ornamental flowers for bouquets, landscaping, perfumes, seed production, and the ornamental plant industry. Roses, tulips, lilies, carnations, sunflowers, lavender, and chrysanthemums are among the countless species cultivated around the world. What makes flower farms unique is that appearance often matters just as much as productivity. Farmers carefully manage light, temperature, irrigation, and harvesting, so each flower reaches customers at exactly the right stage of bloom. One fascinating fact is that many cut flowers begin an international journey within hours of being harvested. Modern cold chain transportation allows fresh flowers grown on one continent to appear in florists on another just days later. Not every specialized farm grows colorful blossoms. Some produce an entirely different kingdom of life. A herb farm grows aromatic and medicinal plants valued for their leaves, flowers, or essential oils rather than their calories. Basil, mint, rosemary, thyme, oregano, chamomile, lavender, and many other herbs are cultivated for cooking, herbal products, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. Unlike large field crops, herbs are often harvested at very specific moments, since their flavor and fragrance depend heavily on the concentration of natural oils within the plant. One remarkable fact is that even the time of day can influence quality. Many aromatic herbs are harvested during periods when their essential oils are at their peak, helping preserve the flavors and scents people expect. While herbs grow beneath the sun, the next farm often grows its harvest in almost complete darkness. A mushroom farm cultivates edible fungi such as button mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, and many other species under carefully controlled conditions. Unlike ordinary farms, mushroom farms don't grow plants at all. Mushrooms belong to an entirely different biological kingdom and thrive in cool, humid environments using organic materials such as straw, compost, or hardwood as their growing medium. One fascinating fact is that mushrooms don't need sunlight to produce their edible fruiting bodies. Instead, farmers carefully control humidity, temperature, fresh air, and carbon dioxide levels to encourage healthy growth. Some farms produce today's harvest, others exist to grow tomorrow's. Not every farm sells a finished product. Some produce the young plants and seeds that thousands of other farms depend on every year. A nursery farm grows young plants before they are transplanted to gardens, orchards, forests, vineyards, or commercial farms. These nurseries produce everything from vegetable seedlings and fruit trees to ornamental shrubs and forest saplings. What makes nursery farms unique is their focus on the earliest stage of a plant's life. Young plants require careful watering, protection, and monitoring to develop healthy roots before being moved to their permanent growing location. One fascinating fact is that many commercial orchards begin in nurseries, where thousands of genetically identical fruit trees are propagated through grafting to ensure consistent harvests for decades. Even the healthiest seedlings need one thing before they can grow: a seed. A seed farm specializes in producing high-quality seeds rather than food crops for direct consumption. These seeds are carefully grown, harvested, cleaned, tested, and stored before being sold to farmers, gardeners, and agricultural companies. Unlike ordinary crop farms, seed producers focus on genetic purity, germination rates, and maintaining the characteristics of each variety from one generation to the next. One remarkable fact is that a single successful seed harvest can eventually produce crops across millions of hectares, making seed farms one of the most influential parts of global agriculture, despite rarely being seen by consumers. Some farms prepare fields, others prepare forests. Not every tree growing in neat rows is part of a natural forest. Many are planted, managed, and harvested just like agricultural crops. A tree farm grows trees for landscaping, fruit production, environmental restoration, or future transplantation. Depending on its purpose, a tree farm may produce ornamental species for cities, native trees for conservation projects, or young saplings for commercial forestry. What makes tree farms unique is their long planning horizon. Many trees spend years in careful cultivation before they're large enough to be moved or planted permanently. One surprising fact is that some cities source thousands of replacement street trees from specialized tree farms, ensuring parks and urban landscapes can be renewed year after year. Some trees are planted to beautify landscapes, others are grown to become one of the world's most important renewable building materials. A timber farm is managed specifically for producing wood used in construction, furniture, paper, and countless other products. Species such as pine, spruce, eucalyptus, fir, and teak are commonly cultivated for their valuable timber. Unlike natural forests, timber farms are carefully planned. Trees are planted at specific densities, monitored throughout their growth, and harvested according to long-term management plans before new trees are planted to replace them. One fascinating fact is that a responsibly managed timber farm can continue producing wood for generations, because harvesting is followed by replanting, creating a renewable cycle that differs from permanent deforestation. Some farms produce crops, some produce forests, and some produce knowledge itself. Behind nearly every new crop variety, farming technique, or agricultural breakthrough is a farm dedicated not to production, but to discovery. A research farm is a working farm used by universities, governments, and agricultural organizations to test new crops, farming methods, machinery, irrigation systems, and environmental practices under real-world conditions. What makes research farms unique is that success isn't measured by harvest alone. Every growing season generates data that helps scientists and farmers improve agriculture for the future. One remarkable fact is that many farming techniques now considered routine, from improved crop varieties to precision agriculture, were first tested on research farms before reaching commercial fields. Research creates new knowledge. Education shares it. An educational farm exists primarily to teach people about agriculture, food production, animals, and the natural world. Schools, universities, museums, botanical gardens, and community organizations often operate these farms as living classrooms. Unlike commercial farms, educational farms are designed around learning experiences. Visitors can observe crops, meet farm animals, explore sustainable farming methods, and better understand where food comes from. One inspiring fact is that for many children, an educational farm is the first place they ever harvest a vegetable, milk a cow, or discover that food doesn't begin on a supermarket shelf. From flower fields and mushroom houses to tree nurseries, research stations, and educational farms, these specialized operations reveal a side of agriculture that most people rarely see. Some produce food, others produce flowers, forests, seeds, or scientific discoveries. Together, they support the farmers, ecosystems, and food systems that sustain our world. And with that, we've explored the incredible diversity of farms, from the traditional foundations of agriculture to the innovative and highly specialized operations shaping its future. Next, we'll turn our attention from the farms themselves to what they grow in our next series.